Look at this guy. He was shouting about
Never catch a break. Finally find a way to get ahead.
making money,
And this happens.
and we ended up getting a rumor. Yeah, here under mentioned. So you get two: the perilous runes of doom, and then the perilous journey to the grove. I think we, yeah. Oh, the old Chandri. It's him.
Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Easy mark, guaranteed moneymaker, favorable terms. Practically the recipe for success. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers?
My last mission left me in space and cast me floating adrift in the void for a decade.
So you can understand my situation then. I had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal and wouldn't be adverse to helping me out.
And just what is it that you need help with?
It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location got set for Spire Grove. Problem is, you been outside of Fairfield? The funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. I'd break my neck scaling that cliff for sure. There's a long way around, but it's not for me. Why, the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but mayhap they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency so they can strike.
I actually do a pretty convincing impression of a raptidon mating call. Want to hear?
Not particularly.
Oh, okay.
Already have plenty
Fine.
of nightmares
Keep
about
to myself.
them critters. Just thinking about them scrambles my gray matter. I can't imagine setting foot in Spire Grove, even though it might mean losing a chance to acquire the prize of a lifetime. You see, my partner there unearthed an unexploited protectorate technology. Wouldn't go into details, but promised it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens.
Yeah, well, what's in it for him?
Typical research type, focused on all the wrong things. Not particularly motivated by competition or social advancement. Strange bird. Pitched him the dumbest deal I could think of. Told him I'd trade him my entire tossball card collection for schematics or a prototype. Said sure. Complete rube. Didn't even ask about condition. My Kelvin Tran rookie card isn't even ultra fine. Got a piece of nicotine chewing gum stuck to it.
Well, you're in quite a bind. We could probably work some sort of solution out.
Opportunistically leveraging difficult predicaments. That's the Auntie's Choice way. I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success like it ought to, and I get a fat promotion, I promise I'll see you're taken care of later.
Well, okay then.
Splendid. Go parlay with Jackson Plum up at Spire Grove. It's some kind of agricultural harvesting encampment southwest of here, near a mess of them rocky spires. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics.
What's the fastest way there?
Well, the broke-down funicular is due west of here. Dexterous-looking so-and-so like yourself could probably scarp her up it in a jiffy. From there, it's just up the hill a smidge. So close, but so far away. At least for me, anyhow.
What are the schematics for?
Truth is, haven't the slightest. You know the Protectorate have all the most advanced technology, though. Probably something straight out of an Aetherwave serial. Edible spacesuits, N-ray specs, matter translocation. It could be anything. If Jackson's all fired up about it, it'll be beyond comprehension, I'm sure. All right, then. Don't let me keep you.
Done.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. Why do you think I'm out here? Has nothing to do with my current and very temporary shortage of funds.
Void, take this terminal and trash it. And that, if you're about to blast me about fixing that Void-forsaken terminal, it'll have to wait. I'm entitled to a break like anyone else. It's in my contract. I triple-checked.
Well, that's a totally normal and not at all defensive response to a stranger's hello.
Sorry, I've had an accusation of laziness laid at my feet a time or two, and I'm not looking to score more. Not with the amount of eyes on me right now. I'm no loafer, mind you. Just happens I like to work in measurable gains, rather than busying myself for the sake of it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Right? You get it. Unfortunately, This job is turning out more vital to the war effort than I was initially given to believe. Meaning I can't exactly go at my normal pace. I'm getting pressure from the folks up top to deploy these Protectorate drones to the military camp on behalf of Auntie's Choice. But that terminal's been giving me some trouble. The drones are ready to launch. All that he's doing is fixing their targeting priorities so they mark us as friendlies. But I can't breach the terminal's security protocols.
I was attacked by drones near Fairfield. Are you sure you even want to redeploy these?
Drones are only as dangerous as their programming. But it's a moot point anyway. These ones ain't gonna shift on their own anytime soon. And that there's a problem. I know it probably seems like we're up to our ducks in troops, but half of them are ex-Protectorate trainees who can't tell the business end of a rifle. We need these drones.
Well, I noticed a button locked in one of the cases. Just so you know, if I help, I'm taking it.
What? Oh, yeah. Must have gotten jammed in there prior to the liberation. Truth be told, I'd forgotten about it. What with all the trouble this terminal's been giving me. If I can get these drones launched, you're welcome to help yourself to it.
Is there anyone with more experience who could help you?
Guessing that means you're flat out of ideas? Figures. Not that I need the help of some Protectorate townie, understand, but... I might have heard my predecessor was odd-jobbing it around town these days. Magnus, I think his name was. Bet a fellow drone operator like him would have some insight into all this... perplexity.
Say no more. I'll go find him. See the janitor?
That guard wasn't being ironical about the giant hologram over town hall. Well, guess we ought to go acquaint ourselves with that minister like she said.
Yep.
Trying to stay on top in the cutthroat world of facility sanitation is not a young person's game. No siree.
Do you know how to get around the security protocols in the drone terminal?
Why, of course. Once a drone operator, always a drone operator. Just enter this code and you should be able to circumvent any lockouts.
Just saved me a huge headache.
Thank you for making me feel like a vital cog in the system again. Well, now I better get back to cleaning. The only good employee is a useful one after all.
We're going to go in this building afterwards. I just want to get this done real quick. We're going to access the messages first. We got a message to automechanical maintenance with a notice for mandatory power cycling. As the Ministry is no doubt aware, performing a mandatory power cycling of our automechanicals will necessitate putting the ferry drones Fairfield relies on for its primary defenses into standby mode. It is not the intention of this humble technician to frustrate the Ministry, but with your permission, I would like to conduct this exercise in stages rather than doing all of our defenses at once. It is my fervent hope that this will accomplish the task to the Ministry's satisfaction without leaving Fairfield completely vulnerable to attack. And notice for disciplinary action. Okay. First, Technician Hoda, you forget yourself. It is your duty to follow orders to the letter, not to interpret them as you see fit. You state that Fairfield will be completely vulnerable to attack without its drones. I cannot begin to envision what foul villains your discordant mind has conjured, but hear me plainly. Fairfield is under no threat. Firstly, your little backwater town is hardly a military target. And secondly, Fairfield enjoys the guardianship of the Protectorate, making your sinister implication of its vulnerability all the more troubling for its complete disconnect from reality. For this reason, I'm forwarding your previous reply as evidence of moral decline and referring your case to Arbiter Nebs, who is at this moment conducting training exercises on the island. He will decide how best to address your malfeasance. In the meantime, I expect that power cycling to be completed forthwith, or I will add dereliction of duty to your list of offences. And then, surprise, surprise, a message then of an imminent threat to Fairfield. This message has been reviewed by the Ministry of Accuracy and categorized as disinformation. Please contact your supervising warden for permission to access deleted messages. Sovereign thanks you for your service. So, it's starting to sound like there was like a bit of like an inside cover-up amongst some of the Protectorate for this as well. When Auntie Cleo or Cleo's choice, like actually invaded this colony. There's like a load of cover up in the different areas. Have a look at the security protocols. Oh, we can retarget the parties. Lovely. Okay. All protector targets are set to friendly, and all non-protectorate targets are set to hostile. But why would we immediately set the protectorate as being unfriendly? That will do it. That's what the quest is doing, right? Then add this choice to friendly and protectorate to hostile. So when these choices went up,
Kara's gonna be pleased having them added to the arsenal.
and there was nothing about the protectorate going down.
Drones launched and no one dead.
Are they the bad
Calls
guy?
for celebratory smoke.
Some days she just managed to pull the right levers.
Yeah, it's just like my old pop used to say. Some days you eat the lever, some days the lever eats you. Wait, no,
Yeah.
that's a Raptidon. Anyway, thanks
I
for
thought he
your
had
help.
that wrong.
Fairfield will be a lot safer
little bit
now
more
with
rep
them
as
drones
well
on
from
our
that.
side. And before you go, take these. Reckon they'll come in handy to someone of your expertise.
So we got some crafting materials and bypass shunts. There was a mention about a button. Ah, here we go. Okay, I mean I didn't see that, but I'll take it.
A lot of fresh blood in the town pool around here with these protectorate defectors.
The door of this stuff? They must
Okay,
be
so
storing
again,
something good in there.
Can't lift this
armor,
stuff because
probably
it's
some
class as
ammunition
stealing.
too. Honestly, Kemp ain't that much of a mystery.
Can't remember. Does the game show if you can be seen? Doesn't look like it. Definitely can't see that though. So we got 2 named people there.
Leave me be. I have no interest in dealing with the machinations of
Oh,
you dark
hold on.
marketers today.
So the warden, who I would imagine is the person who used to be in charge, is in here.
Have you two come to mock me like your fellow dullards? Perhaps if you rub together your only 2 brain cells, you might even come up with something approaching cutting. No. Wait. You're not some corporate simpleton, are you? On the contrary.
No, sir.
You have the manner of an officer about you. Someone who understands the substantive weight of command.
And who exactly are you?
Please, allow me to start over. I am Warden Sterling, dedicated servant of the Protector of Arcadia and caretaker of worlds, the Sovereign Henry Varick.
Yeah, if you're a warden, shouldn't you be guarding the cell from outside?
I'm not that kind of warden. It's a title of distinction for those who serve in the Protectorate military, short for Warden of the Realm.
Just straight up. Mind, telling us how to get into the armory?
And if I did,
Well, it's better I get whatever's inside than the people who put you in here, right?
what a strange argument.
It's a good one.
Obviously, I would
It's a good
prefer
argument.
the contents of the armory remain with the Protectorate, but circumstances being what they are, perhaps you're right. We need more privacy before continuing this conversation. Go to the back of the building, and I shall meet you at the window of my cell.
You can rely on me to be the very spirit of discretion.
I'll be waiting.
You're thinking too small, Murph. I'd put money on the Protectorate stashing treasure inside. A whole pool of bits enough to
Oh,
swim
there's
in.
the armory right here.
It's a constabulary, not a bank. And certainly not some kind of gold-filled swimming hole. Besides, these Protectorate lack imagination. Never had an original thought wasn't written down for them first. Like I told you before, it's probably just guns.
Guns are a treasure to certain people.
I'd guess you're one such person.
Yeah, a weapon's like any other tool. There's always the right one for the job.
And a wrong one, as we've learned in dealing with this malicious contraption of a door.
We've tried everything short of skipping a ship through that door to get inside. Though, come to think of it, maybe that's not such a bad idea.
Here, if you don't mind taking
I'd
all
love
Fairfield.
to see the
I really want to go for the
quartermaster's
second
face
option,
after
which
turning
is
her lamps
just
onto
do it.
that requisition
Look, do it, do
request.
it, do it.
Fine. Skip drives out. Say, maybe we could commandeer one of them tractors out in the field instead. Oh, that could plow through the door.
Why is it so important you get
In
there?
case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a war, and hard to say whether we're winning or not. Better question is why no one else is treating this like a top priority.
Yeah, just get to your point.
In any siege, advantage goes to the defenders. Right now, the Protectorate still has control of the bridge to the Vox station. That station is the key to taking Paradise Island. When, Officer Carr ever gets the go-ahead, we need to be ready.
At least it seems like you're winning hearts and minds.
With all our new trainees, we've got the numbers. But bodies won't mean diddly without the weapons and equipment hopefully inside that armory.
If there are any weapons at all, I still say it's treasure. This is Eden after all.
You've made your case, Kemp. I'm more interested in hearing the opinion of our new friend here. What do you suppose is in there?
Nothing. It's empty.
Well, don't sound so excited about it.
I don't
You should
see it mattering
leave
much
the door
either way.
alone.
That door is sealed tighter than a salt tuna can. Nobody's getting through anytime soon.
Unique challenge requires unique solution.
You
I
sound
could
like
just
you've
unlock
got
it.
something percolating.
I want to use my lockpicks for it. No, not really. Just did the obvious.
Helpful.
Guess we gotta start afresh. Can we untable that tractor meets door idea now?
I really want to try to find some lore that gives me an idea of who is good and who is bad in this story. Don't know if, like, I want to be helping Anti-Clue's choice. Compliance investigation notes, nothing hurts like stupid does. Void be damned, it's not as if running a side hustle inside of Anti's choice is complicated. It only requires exercising the tiniest bit of discretion and getting your dirty work done where people can pretend they don't see it. Mind those two rules and I don't have to track you down, truss you up and send you back to the fleet in chains. And yet that's just too complicated for the half-wit smugglers who landed one of Anti's transports at the damaged landing pad and unloaded what were clearly contraband crates in the middle of the day. So now they're in the cell, and I have an excessive amount of paperwork to do, and there's nowhere near enough commission on my bringing them in to justify the number of hours that all this will take. A profitable solution? Well, someone sought to ensure my case against these smugglers in my custody was as solid as a bulkhead. My mysterious benefactor left me a stack of files that included a detailed listing of other crimes they should be measured for, enough to add an eye-watering amount of bits to the arrest commissions I'll end up collecting. Not only that, they also included craftily worded advice that taking them to the undisputed claim for judgment would be a boon to my career and my bit cartridges. So finding out who it was will have to wait until I return from delivering them to the undisputed claim. I've several likely suspects, including a cargo pilot and an acquisition chief, both passed through here at about the same time. My gut keeps drawing me towards the new greenhouse overseer, Emmeline Galloway. Can't really say why. Might just be she's the only one in town she's the only one in town I'm pulling for being the easiest option to investigate. Even so, can't seem to shake the notion that she's somehow in the mix with all these troubles.
If you ever find yourself with too much disposable income, I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
No signs of corrosion. Exhaust manifold still warm.
I'm going to speak to her
Come on,
first.
You just stopping by to admire
I
the
don't want
mines,
another situation
or
like the
is there
doctors where
something
it's just
I can
like
help you with?
you complete the mission before you even get it, and then I I don't know if it was a mission in the first place. Sounds like you're having some trouble. What's the problem?
See this system here? It deploys extreme countermeasures against overhead attacks in the form of aerial explosives, oft referred to as sky mines by those who prefer brevity. However, the whole thing is currently non-operational. Some problem with the lifting mechanism. No lift means no sky mines. No sky mines means the enemy can blow in like a bad sail, and we'll all be passing in our bits before you can say, gee, nice weather we're having today.
Should I be worried?
Bit slow on the uptake, aren't you? Until I curry out the kinks in this system, we all should worry. How anyone around here gets any sleep is a damn mystery.
Maybe if you did sleep, you'd work better.
Why don't you do me a favor and hit the trail? Don't bother me again lest you've something more to contribute than insults.
How about I fix it for you?
It's just me.
How about I don't fix it for you? God damn it.
Me and you again. Now how's about we figure out what's wrong?
Alright, so we got a couple things we can fix. Which is the fuel intake, and then whatever this contraption is. But we need to find a manual or get our engineering skills higher. Hi, Robin. Oh, I made it. Oh, because my health's full. So we got then whatever this is, Milburn Street's private key, a private locker key, or we need lockpick at level 5. You do remember to come back to that? Personal logs. Marketing musings. Note to self, genius as all of the following ideas may be, they could use some fine-tuning. Outreach programs for health and happiness for Cadia, got a tossball league, and a guide to how to climb the ladder. Then we've got slogans, why we trust the paradigm when your life could be sublime. Has the Protectorate forsaken you? Fear not, for Auntie knows just what to do. And suitable secondary titles in honor of your hard-won accomplishment, you dashing devil, you. Executive of Eloquence, Administrator of Assimilation, and Proprietor Panache. So this is obviously somebody who's like, thinks they've done a really good job. Other contemplations. Is it true that persuasion has been pushed aside in favor of battles and bloodshed? I hope to law this is not the case. Oh, but my age is catching up with me. And I know that my words will fall on deaf ears as if I am but a doddering old fool. I know the eyes of Auntie and indeed of everyone else in town are upon me now. So if I am to show my methods are sound, I must make my move now. I mustn't fail. We have a single message, which is to somebody called E. Tinsley, Halted Assimilation. My dear Mr. Tinsley, it is regrettable that you are harboring these thoughts. Given time, you'll most certainly make yourself useful to Auntie's choice, if all else fails, till you find a mirror and gaze at your own magnificence. And I'm sure you'll find the feeling of inadequacy melt away. It works for me every time. Although, should these feelings stem from any lingering Protectorate connections, they may be able to be of use. Do you, perchance, still possess any yet ye-saying compatriots, reluctant to fully give themselves to Auntie? If so, do tell your favorite minister so he might help you help yourself. It's kind of like a secret police situation.
That
out
must
there?
be the greenhouse. You know, one where that Emmeline is supposed to be moving stolen goods.
I begin laboring for Auntie.
So we came down this way.
To the corporate hole.
Cool your thrusters, friend. A little gumption goes a long way in this town. Don't make us look bad.
Sorry, time
I
is
was
bits.
surprised
It's just
to
time.
learn that
Or
things that are
that
artificial
is.
are good. I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've ended up.
We definitely take
Work
all
with
this
at least
food.
3 lackeys, or a full half-dozen automechs.
Don't mind me, Emily.
all by
I'll be
my
with you soon.
lonesome.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe we can't jump up there.
I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment.
This looks like a lot of work. Is it just you in here?
I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So I'm on my own here, breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all
Welcome
my
back,
other
Silverskin.
jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place.
Hi, Barista.
So,
Welcome
is
to
there
the
anything else, or
channel.
can I get back to work?
Oh, it's nice to have you both here again. So is there anything else I can get back to work? Security thinks you're up to more than growing plants. Care to tell me what's going on?
Really? Feel you're entitled to that
Hi,
information, do
Ashley.
you?
Thank you for joining the stream. I'm here to figure out why you'd still work here if you've got better things going on.
Because all these plants were unknown inside Auntie's choice. And there's a good chance we can make something of them. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so
Thank you
they're
very much for the follow. I
better
appreciate
than
it.
nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.00033427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So you know, this is a pretty big deal for me.
I'm just curious what all this is for. Hold on, why is that first option kind of... Have I already selected that? Oh. Can I choose that?
Really? Feel you're entitled to that information, do you? It doesn't? I know quite the setup, ain't it? Before we took Fairfield, Auntie's Choice didn't have anything like this. Every kind of plant we've got was made to thrive in a chemical vat. But the Protectorate grows all their greens the old-fashioned way, with water and soil and actual fertilizer. I can't decide if it's adorably quaint or just plain daft. Then again, they all only have one job, so they have the time to indulge in all those sorts of archaic whimsies. Damn lucky Crabble copulators.
Then what do you use it for?
Research mostly, some wholesale, and as the base for some small batch, highly exclusive, limited edition retail runs. Though
I looked away from the chat for a second, and I look back and I see...
twisted these plants
Is
so
that
they're
ducks
better than
twerking?
nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.00033427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So you know, this is a pretty big deal for me.
Okay, I just thought I would look around. I think we need to
I've
find
got a lot
more
left to do and not
information
much
about
time
this.
left to do it in, so you can show yourself out.
Probably like a logbook or something nearby. I'm gonna keep working around the side here. We'll have a look in the other buildings, maybe. Cool, thanks for joining, guys. I'll see you again. Let Nova know that I'm still not ready to buy anything just yet, so I will whenever I'm ready.
Just taro excrement.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
What are you talking about with apples?
Why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse?
Actually, stumbling upon you was a complete accident.
How coincidental. When we've finished here, your fellows will call your death the same.
Why would you ransack the greenhouse?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays.
Your hands are shaking and you sink of old saltuna. You're starving, aren't you?
I am merely quivering with rage over this insulting interrogation. And that scent you so subtly pointed out is the aroma of noble effort. Foreign to you, I'm sure. Enough! We know what is expected of us, and we have readied ourselves to meet death in all its personas. Have you?
What the?
You did me a big favor here. I knew someone, or something, had been absconding with food from the greenhouse, but never in a million skips would I have guessed it were stowaways. Guess I had this mystery all wrong. Small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish.